Gentlemen, congratulations. Holy.
Thank you.
Tell me about the tournament and the way that you experienced it. Who do you feel was your toughest opponents? And yeah, man, I just want to hear your guys' thoughts. You guys made it all the way to the end. You are the season 1 Flyboy Legends. Tell me how it feels, man.
Yeah, Verhovich, you want to take it away?
Oh, I guess so. Well, to start, coming in, didn't know what to expect. We literally didn't play our first game together until about an hour before our match. So
Oh my god.
we came in kind of, just learning each other as we played. Got through the first series. It was tough the first game, but learned each other's play styles, learned how to get around, and honestly, to be honest, the last match, we didn't even drop a match until the finals. The one game we lost in the finals was the only one we lost. So we were playing well together. Zelix is crazy on offense, and I was just kind of there supporting him, honestly.
Hey, I'm going to be honest. I would have guessed you guys played together countless times because of the way that you guys played together. I don't think there's a single person or a single other team that had the passing dynamics that you guys had. Did you just start to feel like you knew where the other person was going to be? Because it seriously looked like you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, honestly. Like, the way we were clicking was insane. It was really just hard calming. Like, we were just, whenever there was a little bit of time, just calm. I was trying to get as many passes out as possible, especially in that final series, because I know I can shoot, and I know he was giving me great passes, so it was just working.
It absolutely was working. It's incredible to see people who have never played together do as well as you guys did while you were on the pitch and against the best competitors in the entire tournament. I mean, you guys have been playing since the championship series. Do you remember which weeks you guys both individually won?
I believe I won. I think it was either 4 or 5. I won 2, and it was with Silent. So I got a free ride.
I've had people tell me that they feel as though playing with Silent is a free ride, but I'll say this right now: you cannot possibly compete in this tournament at a high level unless you have the ability to carry. And I feel like both of you guys showed up, and when one player was out, the other player jumped in and seemed to get it done. Zelix, specifically you on defense. My God, dude. I don't know. What kind of controller do you use?
Oh, my controller is a scuff controller, actually.
I knew it. I gotta get a scuff.
Yeah, and speaking of scuff controller, I might be in need of a new one. So,
I mean, shit, you might be able to hook yourself up with
yes, sir.
With the $500 prize money you guys are gonna be splitting. Congratulations on that. I'll hit both of you guys up in the Discord, or at the very least, you guys can just shoot me a DM, and I'll figure out how to get that to you. We'll do whatever works best. But yeah, man, I'm going to throw it back to the chat if they have any play or have any questions that they would like to ask both Zelix and Verhovic while I have them. But I have another question for you guys. So now that you've won the Flyboy Legends title, will you be defending that title in season 2?
If we're talking about the 3v3s, I definitely have an idea that I will be competing in it. So,
oh my, I may continue doing the 3v3 series. I have to put some serious thought into if I want to continue to do a 2v2 or if we make it a 3v3. I think a 3v3 would be a lot of fun, and we have done a 2v2 thus far. I think one of the troubling parts about doing a 3v3 open queue type tournament that we like to do where anybody can join is that they have to have 3 people on their team, and we have probably a lot less competitors. That being said, now that we've been through a whole season, I've learned quite a bit about how to organize this thing and get people excited and get people here. I think we might be able to transition it into a 3v3. I think I'll put it up to like a poll in the Discord if we want to transition from a 2v2 to a 3v3 format for season 2.
Personally, I am a 2s main, so I do enjoy the 2v2. So
I like the 2s as well. I think 2s gives people a chance to show their mechanical excellence. I mean, let's be straight up, man. Hunt, you, Zelix, same with you, Verhovic. I mean, Swifty, Whatinator, the players that know how to fly through the air and make it happen, the most exciting to watch. I think the best shot of the tournament, and I'll let you guys tell me if you feel the same, the best shot of the tournament was Dusty's.
Yes, 100%.
Do you remember his shot in the beginning of the tournament?
100%.
Yes. That was a little embarrassing. He just did it to us.
Yeah.
It was.
We were defenseless.
so well executed and powerful. Like, dude is like, oh my god.
I definitely got a
Oh,
message
boy.
after it said get peeked on. So
That's very true.
and
very true.
I couldn't deny it because that was a nasty flip reset.
It was disgusting.
Fair enough. All right, so I do have some questions from the chat. I'll jump in here. See, I'll start reading some. So I have one from Shuey saying, "Why is Zealix so cute?" And then the second one says, from Heemster also says, "How is Zealix so handsome?" So I'm gonna let you answer both of them.
Those guys just cap a lot. Don't worry about it. Just ignore that one. Yeah.
Heard that. Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, Ginger said, "Who was the toughest team you guys thought you played against?"
I gotta say the last
Oh.
team.
Yeah.
We really didn't go back and forth with too many teams. Game 1 of the second series we played, we went back and forth the first game, but once we
Yep.
locked in, but the just the clear open net bangs that
Ginger.
Hunty and Ginger were hitting that we couldn't
Yeah.
even catch. Like I'd see them coming and they were just so fast I couldn't even get back to save it still. Like even after
Yeah,
I
it was
saw
rather wild watching them hit those because I saw you, Verhovic, like you were already in a good position. You were like past half field, and he banged those balls. It was wild.
Yeah. So we were a little bit lucky to have watched them playing the series before us because we started picking up on their tendencies and we started countering them. And one of the things we didn't account for was those insane booms. So that's why we started dropping goals to that.
Very true. No, you guys seem to be dialing it in quickly. There wasn't like much friction against you guys versus the teams you were playing. You swept several. But seeing Ultraviolet come up and put some serious pressure on you guys. That was fun to see. So I'm curious because you guys didn't get a chance to play Seed Effects and Jack of Snack, correct?
No, we did not.
So I'm curious because I think there's a lot of people in chat who are also very curious. What would have happened had they made it past? Who did they lose to? Let's see. They dropped to Cutie Patooties. They lost to they lost to the team that made it all the way.
Yep.
Yeah, they lost to the team that you guys played against. So, do you think you would have been able to beat Seed Effects and Jack of Snack in the finals, or do you feel as though Ultraviolet gave you a much more difficult challenge than Cutie Patooties could have provided?
Yeah, personally, regardless of who we're playing against, I feel like I was really confident, and especially seeing how my teammate played in the first round, I don't think seeing any team play or whatever, I do think we would have beat any team that we played. We were just on our stuff today.
Fair enough.
I think the main
So go ahead.
the main contribution to us playing so well was we kind of waited for somebody to make a play, one player to make a play, and took advantage of 2-on-1s. We were getting a lot of our goals off 2-on-1s. We would wait for example, Ginger and Hunty, since we just played them. Ginger would make a pass, and all we'd have to do is beat Hunty to the ball because he's last man, and it'd be a goal. We just kind of had good defensive rotation, good hard comms, like he said, and we were just in a rhythm, I guess.
You guys were absolutely in a rhythm. That's what it looked like out there. Like, honestly, every rotation you guys were making, the choices, there was very few, I think, mistakes on your guys' end, and I think that was a major component for you guys taking the whole thing. There was a lot of just individual positioning mistakes, I think, across the tournament that just kind of popped up out of nowhere. So I'm curious because I don't know how many long format tournaments you guys have been involved in, the two of you, even just separately. How did it feel playing as many games as you guys played today? And do you feel as though there was any sort of not exhaustion, but I don't know, did you guys feel a little worn out towards the end, or do you feel as though it was just making you better the more games that you play? Like you were just more dialed in?
I think that as the games went on, we were learning each other more, and we were actually starting to play better with each other. The main thing that kind of caught us off guard was our first match was, I think, 6:30 or 6:45, and then we had to wait till after the break, and then we had to get right back into playing. We just, in that time, we got one ranked game in and kind of had to warm up and just jump into it, and we went right back to it.
Yeah, you guys were iced a little bit. That's basically it's a classic icing. I know there's a lot of tournament players out there that's something they struggle with. It's it's sometimes you just kind of get the unlucky Kentucky moment where you do have to wait an hour or so before you play your next game. But I feel like you guys absolutely deserve the win. You guys put in incredible amounts of effort. The goals you guys were scoring, Verhoevic and Zelix alike. Someone is in the chat is gonna have to go back and watch the VOD and get a grand total of the total amount of goals you guys actually put on net. Just offensive dominance across the board. So congratulations on that. Before I let you guys go, before I jump out, you now have the opportunity to make any shout outs to anybody you want to, any of your supporters who came by and cheered you on today. Yeah, man, the floor is yours.
Go ahead, Zelix.
All right, so all the weirdos in chat, the Heem, Shui, those guys, I think Bashir was in there. They're supporting me. They are still weirdos, but I appreciate them very much. My girlfriend's actually watching me play. That's pretty cool. And yeah, and shout out to, I was streaming the whole thing, so they got to see my perspective. So
Nice.
yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Good stuff, man. Verhoevic?
All right, the first one has to go to Ginger. It's like my best friend. We play like every day. So seeing him in
No
the championship was awesome. We actually qualified together for the tournament, and I messaged him at the beginning, and I said, "Hey man, the only time we're gonna meet is in the finals, so I'll see you there." And he kind of got thrown off that first series, and I was in his DMs talking to him like, "Hey, don't play scared. You got this. You guys have the skills to beat him." And one other
That is awesome.
One other would be Cochran _3833. That's also my boy. We play like every day as well. He was in there. He stopped what he was doing on his stream to watch me play the finals. So I appreciate the support from our boys.
10 out of 10. Anything you guys want to say to the DonCharlieee community, the flyboy community?
Yeah, just first of all, thank you for putting this on. This was so much fun. Regardless of the outcome, it was so much fun to play in the weeklies, especially. It was just a great time. Look forward to the future, and everybody watching, like just getting hyped in chat. That was so fun to see. Appreciate everybody.
Hell yeah, bro.
One thing I would say is that like no matter who won, who lost, everybody was always there was not any toxicity in the tournament. Everybody was GGs, nice shots, all that. I would just say don't change. Everybody keep being the great people they are. And
hell yeah. Amazing message, Verhoevic. I would like to echo that. I think that everybody who watched and everybody who was a part of the tournaments, the weekly tournaments, everything else, everybody kept a very cool head about them, as things definitely heated up, especially when money's involved. Things can go south, but none of that happened. The community was incredible, and it was an absolute pleasure to host everybody who came through. So again, congratulations, Zelix and Verhoevic. Spam W's in the chat for our Flyboy legends. Hang tight for your titles. Hang tight for the